Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's class, we will try to cover this whole chapter. Let's start with the main concepts of our wonderful world of science. So let's see how science works. So using our senses like eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, we notice things like seeing that sun rises in the east. How we know it? Because we observe it daily, right? Observation is something that we do first. So think about anything like we know if there is raining outside, we try to look up in the sky. How? Because we are observing these things in childhood. Noticing things with the help of our senses is observation. Okay? Second thing is what we understand or conclude from observation. It comes under assumption. We are assuming something, we're not sure about it. So let's take an example. If we see smoke rising from a house, we infer that something is burning, right? Third thing is testing our ideas in a planned way. So experimentation is something where we test our ideas in a planned way. If we put a seed in soil with water and keep it in sunlight to check if it grows. Fourth thing is classification. Based on similarities and differences, we group things. Yeah, we categorize them or we classify them. Like if we are given many numbers 2, 8, 13, 18, we have to categorize them if they are even or odd. So it will come into the classification. Now fifth thing is measurement, where we compare something with a standard unit like measuring lengths in meters, weight in kilograms. Sixth thing is prediction. Prediction is what? Guessing what may happen in the future based on observation. Let's take an example. By seeing dark clouds, we predict it may rain. We know from our observation. And seventh thing is communication. We share our scientific ideas through words, diagrams, graphs, models, right? If we have to explain how water cycle works, so we will use a diagram or a model. So this chapter teaches that science is not only facts but a process where we observe, think, test, classify, measure, predict and then share our knowledge. Now, based on these concepts, let's think about some more examples. So first one is our Earth. Let's think about Earth. We know Earth is a planet and it is our home. This is the only planet where life is possible and it has an environment. So the environment is everything around us, including living things and non-living things that affect each other, right? Like plants, animals, humans, microorganisms, and non-living things include air, water, soil, sunlight, temperature, everything. So we must protect our environment. We know there is an amazing variety of life on earth. So plants and animals that have managed to survive or to stay alive even in difficult conditions and thrive in different regions on this planet. So thrive means to grow. develop, or to do really well. You might have seen how a small seed grows into a plant when it gets proper nutrients, sunlight, water, and how a caterpillar transforms into a beautiful butterfly. You know what is a caterpillar? It is the larva or the young stage of a butterfly. So a caterpillar usually eats the leaves of plants. So different species prefer different plants. Let's take an example of silkworm. So silkworm caterpillar eats mulberry leaves. Okay? Now the question comes, how do these plants and animals grow? For our growth, we need food because food provides us energy, and we are growing, we are digesting, we are respiring, or we are breathing, we are excreting our waste material. So for all these things, food is very essential, right? We know India is a large and diverse country. Here, different kinds of people, plants, animals, and forms and climates are found. It has mountains, plains, deserts, rivers, and seas. People speak many languages and follow different cultures. We grow different crops and see different animals and plants in different regions. And we have different cuisines. And we have so many examples. So, South Indians have rice, dosa, idli, sambals as their cuisines. And in North India, roti, dal, rajma, paneer. In West India, dhokla, thepla, pav bhaji. And in East India, rice, fish curry, momos, and rasgulla are mostly eaten. Now, along with food, what is the another basic requirement? That is water. So we need food and water to survive. Have you ever jumped in a puddle? What is a puddle? A small, shallow pool of water, and that is usually formed after rain. You might have been curious about why and how it rains. And have you ever noticed that water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius when we cool it, right? And it becomes steam when we boil it or when we heat it. Or do you enjoy drinking cool water in the summer or showering with warm water in the winter? Now, how do we understand what is hot and what is cold? Whether it is water or our own body when we have fever. So, finding out how hot something is can be important. Now, you are in grade 6, so you might be knowing what is hot and what is cold. How? Because you have experienced these things and you are observing ice or boiled water since childhood when you first started becoming curious. Then again, there are so many different things around us, like the paper we usually write on, the metal key that is used to open and close locks. How this metal key has a specific shape, or the plastic ruler and the rubber eraser in a box, the magnet that keeps the box closed, the clothes we wear, the cup we drink milk in, and so many other things. How the water gets evaporated and all the droplets form clouds. Many questions arise in our mind, like what are they made of? Are they made of different materials? How do we separate different materials from one another? All these examples in your book are provided to you just to give you an idea of what we are going to study in our next chapters.
You all are going to have an almost unending list of questions about everything on Earth and beyond Earth, like the sun, the moon, and the millions of stars that shine in the sky. And you're going to learn about the structure of a leaf, discovering how things move, or separating the skin of a peanut seed. You may have not realized it, but you have found answers to your so many questions. And the people who follow the scientific method to solve problems or to discover new things are known as scientists. And we can also see that anyone that is following the scientific method, meaning applying logics and own observations, experimenting things, is also working like a scientist. And science is not something to do alone. Scientists across the world work together, often in large teams. If you have any curiosity and if you want to find any answer, just ask your friends to help you out, and you will see how it becomes more fun to discover things together. You are just starting your journey of science. You have another next 5 years or beyond to get the answers of all your questions. As like these children are enjoying rain, science is also about joyful exploration.